Shreefal, welcome.
Thank you.
Very interesting name, Paper Battery Company.
Right.
Tell us how you picked the name and why.
We started off by an academic invention in Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Actually, a number of Indians, including the current CTO of Applied Materials, was part of that team that was the founding team. And they designed an integrated device that was very flexible and thin and could hold a charge. And when I saw it, they said this is the first ever paper battery. And they basically called me in to help them start the company out. And I said, what should we name it? They had all kinds of technical names, as good scientists will come up with. And I said, you know what? It's a paper battery. Let's just call the company Paper Battery Company. There's no questions about what you do. You make something that's thin as paper and it holds a charge. So now you can actually design it into anything you want. That's what we're doing.
Literally any device?
We can basically put it into the structure and shape of any device. An example, I don't know if this is recording, but you can see an example here. We can shape it on the kind of board, your PC board for your iPhone. You can put it as a thin sheet.
Yeah.
You can put it as a wrapper around your battery.
Wow.
It's that thin and flexible. And so we took that original concept from the university, but then when we started developing it, that technology could not go forward to go commercial. So we reinvented everything, kept the name. Concept is still the same, very thin devices. And now we have a very high pulse power capability in these devices. So they're very specialized so that every time you have a power surge, your battery starts to falter because the chemistry is not good enough. We come to the rescue, save your battery, keep it cooler, safer, but most importantly, get 20 to 30% more energy out of it because it's much more efficient. So that's very simple concept. You can make a sheet. It's got to fit in anywhere, and that was what the Paper Battery Company is about.
So no, you are TiE 50 finalist, so congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
And the reason you became TiE 50 finalist is because of the technology. I'm trying to get at the validation. Where are you in terms of validation?
We have the top 6 smartphone companies in the world right now, either in NDA form or actually the largest smartphone manufacturer in the world today has tested our samples just last week and validated the measurements that we have made in our lab with their own measurements. So we're moving forward with a meeting this next week to move into the next stage of discussions as to where they want to take the technology. So the application value proposition is valid because of their acceptance and the quick response that we've seen. We also have the key reference design makers of the chipsets also asking us for samples because they see that this could have a big impact on portable electronics in general. We could allow them to shrink the board by about 20 to 30%. Today's boards, the PC boards you have, 40% of the board is all power management chips, right? Decoupling capacitors and all these. We could get, not all, but some of that off the board and into our sheet, which could go above, below. So there's a lot of very exciting design opportunities that we open up. And it's fundamentally industrial design. That's what we're coming at, this whole project.
I want to ask you the entrepreneurial question, which is once you get the technology, somebody like you comes in and say, okay, this is a good idea, I'm going to now incorporate into a product and sell it out. When you look from that angle, as you're rolling out, what are the challenges that you foresee in the immediate future? Because taking a product to a successful execution is very different than just coming up with research.
Oh, completely, yeah. In fact, that's why I shifted the whole team across last year, end of last year, when we started getting this traction from the customers. So we've brought in an applications expert who really understands the smartphone value chain. I brought in the previous head of sales from Research in Motion to really help us execute on sales. And just last week, I hired a business development executive in the Bay Area who's used to selling to consumer products companies. So we know how to enter the value chain. We are working with the top 2 battery manufacturers in China to integrate our product in. So there is a very complex set of steps over there. And we have the largest battery manufacturer in USA right now, not that there are too many, interested in working with us to help us scale up. So this is a multi-step process as you described, but we are putting in place the right connections and the right partnerships in the supply chain.
Shreefal, again, thank you for the opportunity and wishing you all the best.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Okay.